Hello everyone, welcome. It's me, Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Welcome to your March reading. If you are new to Tarot Online, welcome. This is for you. I believe everything has a purpose, everything is meant to happen, and you clicking on this video was meant to happen. If you are not new here, welcome back. We have 4 pick of cards for this month. And we also have crystals on top to help you pick your deck if you couldn't just pick it up on your own. And we also have numbers associated with each group: 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first crystal we have is the lapis. It's a powerful vibrating stone that stimulates the third eye chakra and also helps with spiritual wisdom. It also intensifies the connection with the spirit realm and psychic abilities. Ooh, and this is great for removing negative energy, thoughts, anger, and encourages balance and harmony as well. The deck we have is Orien's Animal Tarot. Pile 2, we have Moonology Oracle cards. And the crystal we have for this is the calcite crystal. It's an excellent stone for removing spiritual energy blockage and allowing the flow of positive vibrations for healing. It stimulates the mind and helps improvement of memory as well. When used during meditation, one can let go of the past and restore their hope for the future. Its high vibration may also improve vitality and enhance enthusiasm. Ooh, that's such a lovely stone. Pile 3, we have the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. For this one, we have the fluorite crystal. It is believed to stimulate thoughts and enhance mental clarity. It's an excellent stone for removing negative energy, and it helps alleviate stress, confusion, to provide more positive healing action of the mind, body, and spirit. It's a really pretty crystal as well. Lastly, we have the Soul's Journey, and we have the crystal kyanite. This is a raw crystal. These are polished. The kyanite is believed to ease any physical ailments, as well as helping achieve better mental awareness and improve emotional states. Those who use it say it helps calm their nerves and helps improve communication and compassion. It is often used by those who seek better relationships and don't want to lose their own self-awareness. And this is pile 4. I have the timestamps down below, so click to your timestamp that you want to do your reading for, and I'll see you guys there. See you later. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to lay the cards out first. Okay, group 1, we have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is all about walking away from things that no longer serve you, especially emotional situations, spiritual situations. And because we are dealing with Pisces energy, I'm going to say it's time to walk away from things that spiritually no longer serves you. You probably feel a strong energy. There is an energy of being very empathic during this time. And right now you can feel everything. You feel the vibe in a room. You feel the vibe with your friendships. You feel the energy of the environment, and you need to walk away because it's not serving you anymore. It's not suggesting you should. It's saying to walk away from what no longer serves you. And then then in March, because this is in March, you're going to have to walk away from that energy, person, environment, whatever it is. And then you have the Lovers, and the Lovers is wow, first of all 3 of them are major arcana cards, but you have the Lovers, and the Lovers card is all about finding harmony, finding someone you are aligned with. So it makes me think that you need to walk away from someone you are not aligned with and find someone who brings you harmony, who has the same values as you, and you agree with everything. Not everything, you agree with them. Not necessarily a soulmate, but could be a soulmate. But clearly you need to walk away from this and come here, and it will happen once you recognize that you need to walk away. Then next you have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is all about your destiny and also life cycles. Things happen in life. There are ups and downs, but this is your destiny. Your destiny is supposed to be in balance and in harmony, and then this is going to be an end of a journey and starting a new journey. And once this starts to happen, you see the Magician is here. And a magician is all about manifesting the things and putting into action what you are manifesting. You have all the tools. You have the wands. You have the swords, pentacles. You have, if you didn't know astrology, if you didn't know tarot, maybe more astrology, you have the earth sign energy, you have the air sign, you have the water sign, and you have the fire in you. So use all that God has naturally given you, which is logic, clarity. God has given you the need to set foundations and take your time to pay attention to details. God has given you the energy to have passion and fire, creativity, spirituality, compassion, and emotional intelligence. God has given you that, and all this will start to manifest. And there will be ups and downs, but it's going to start, which is also this new journey. Let's see what else we have, and then I'm going to do an oracle spread for you. We have the Hermit. So this is a time to seek solitude, some self-help on your own, some self-teachings. It's all about your independence, and I understand that there's lovers here, and I wonder if you're going to fall in love with yourself. I wonder if you're going to walk away and start to love yourself. Let's see what else we have for this reading. Oh, we have the Two of Wands. So no, but there is some solitude here, and there is some need to find yourself and walk away, and then there will be harmony and balancing with someone else. You're going to be aligned because this has come twice. Two of Wands and lovers, and gathering information. So, okay, so you're going to gather some information. There's going to be ups and downs. There is going to be a need to walk away and be alone. And then lastly, okay, so you're gathering information to go on a journey, and this is also representing, which I said earlier, a journey. So there will be progression, there will be a journey, and this is towards, this is in March, okay? So you're going to see this downward, which you'll probably think is down, but it's a transition, and there is a need to be alone, okay? Once you start that energy, there is this duality of finding someone and also gathering information, learning more about yourself, maybe learning about how to be with others. There is this destiny here, and it is faith. Also, life has its ups and downs, but it's okay because there's going to be progression towards this month. So very positive. It may look negative at the beginning, but it's very positive month because you are going to have a transition, group 1. Let's see what else we have coming up for you. Okay, so there is going to be a need for pursuing. There's going to be action, and there's going to be a drive here. Overall direction of the month is having drive. This is the heart of the reading, and Mars is all about aggression and movement and achievement and vigor, and also this is a 5, which is some conflict. So achieving the things that you want, there's going to be some conflict, but it's all about achieving in the month of March for you. Next we have let's see, can we move this? Now this is representing your past, and it seems like you were hungry. It's the guardian. It's like it's eating its own tail, if you can see in this deck. I mean, in this card. Makes me think you were once protected in the past, and you had someone looking over you. You felt safe, and there was someone looking over you in the past, and you don't have that energy anymore. When this card has appeared in a reading, you've entered the quantum realm of everything is possible. There is no limits here. Just when you fell into thinking that your life was straightened out, the snake comes again and grabs it by the mouth. So basically, that's what this energy is representing. That you may think something is over. You may have felt protected in the past, but now there is change. And here you have in the center that there is some drive. This is the energy of forgiveness here. And during the month of March, there needs to be a forgiveness of your communication, maybe how you communicate, maybe how you think. There are some mixed messages. Maybe there was a message sent to you, some type of trick, something dealing with the mind or messages, and you need to forgive. And I wonder if it has to do something with how you felt protected and now that changed and it caused a transition. But this is the energy of forgiveness. So in the month of March, there needs to be forgiveness when it comes to anything dealing with Mercury energy. Mercury energy is all about your intellect, communication, technology, even transportation could represent this energy. So, and it's all about progression and moving, right? Because you have the 3, which is all about progress. So, this needs to be forgived, okay? So forgive with this energy. And then on top, it's what you're dealing with presently. And what you're dealing with presently is your inspiration, your life force. Maybe there isn't a life force right now because this is all, this card is all about your inspiration and life force and presence. There is no more direct way to practice alchemy than to study this energy. I think this is all about your drive here, right? This is all connected, and it's all about your drive and your passion, and this is your life force. This is what gets you going. This is your inspiration. And presently, that is the energy you're dealing with right now. Now, what you need to offer up, and this is your natural gift or talent, and you must offer to others through service with this energy. And this energy is, of course, your emotions, being very intuitive. Also, too, it also reminds me of the Moon card, which the Moon card in Tarot is about Pisces energy. So your dreams and your internal self. Also, your inner self, your feminine energy, which is very nurturing as well and very introverted. So you have this energy of drive and passion happening this month. And then you had in the past this situation of communication that you needed to forgive, and also the energy of whoever was taking care of you, wherever you felt stable, and it caused a transition. Currently, you're working on your passion and drive, but what you need to help this energy is to work on your emotions and work on your feelings, work on your dreams, and Pisces energy is all about that. Also, this is a 2, which is about gathering information with this as well, but also to the relationship between you and God. For the future, we have the Vinegar card, and this is about your memory. Oh, so, and this holds memory too. So it looks like in the future, there's some memories you're going to have to let go. You're going to have to deal with emotionally. And I'm wondering if this is the past that it's going to come up again and you're going to have to deal with it. Because the vinegar taste is kind of bitter. Smell doesn't stay that long, but it does help. It's like a sour situation. And it overwhelms the energy in the room, like when you smell vinegar. But it does go away fast. But this is about memory here, and Yes, and this is about memory. So there's something in the future that's going to deal with your memory. So let's see what else you have, and then I'll connect it all. I'm sorry if it seems confusing. The last one is the nourishment. Oh, so we have discipline. So this is about discipline and consequences and authority. Group 1, let me get really detailed and explain. So this is your past, and this is what you need to forgive. There's something that was communicated, something with technology, and it was once something you can depend on, and it bit you in the ass. Basically, you thought it was a guardian, you thought it was a structure, and it dealt with in some way with technology or communication or transportation. Now in the present, and then this is something that is going to nourish you, right? But in the present, you're dealing with the heart of your reading, which is Mars, which is all about your drive and pursuing things in your life. You're really into that energy, right? And then there's something with that's very emotional, and it deals with your memory. There's something in regards to that. So something with your past, and I don't know if it has to do with this energy or something beyond that, and maybe this just shook it up to wake up that. But this is the future here, right? And this is going to cause this energy, and this is the energy that's going to bring nourishment, and this is going to help this grow, okay? Help you transition. And what is this energy? And it is Saturn. And Saturn is all about the energy of discipline. It's all about consequences. So dealing with your consequences. It also deals with authority and structure. And dealing with your goals, your future goals. It seems negative, but it's here for a reason, because it provides structure. So it's not negative energy, but it does keep you aligned and focused. And I wonder, with your drive, are you going to have to be focused and not deal with the past so much? This is going to derail you, but you want to stay driven and focused and provide structure. Okay, let me pull some more oracle, some more tarot cards with this. Okay, so gather some more information. And you had that earlier, so this is something that's very important for you. Okay, there needs to be some planning. There needs to be, because now we have it touching Saturn, so there needs to be a discovery, accomplishment, and planning. And that is what's the focus. Because this came up twice. This card came up twice with you in this reading. So there needs to be some focus on planning and consistency and disciplines. I'm sorry, I am shuffling the cards off camera. And then we have the Six of Wands. There will be success. Okay, this is going to be a successful month for you, but there needs to be some discipline. There needs to be some planning. I feel like I can't say it enough, but there needs to be discipline and planning for you, group 1. Okay, I hope you guys got that for the reading. I hope you understand. If you have any questions about your reading, please don't be afraid to ask in the comments down below. I have a newsletter that you can follow, because I also do astrology, so you can really get this energy fully connected with your astrology as well. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining this reading. Bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's get started. This is for your March predictions and what you need to know for March and look forward to in the month of March. I'm going to lay the cards out first, and then I'll go over the cards for the reading. Okay, group 2, it looks like you need to step out of your comfort zone. First of all, I want to say that the deck that you have chose is all about the moon and about your emotions. And I see here we have the Cancer. We're dealing with Pisces energy as well, currently as a collective. And it's a very emotional time for you. Okay, and there is this need to step out of your comfort zone. It's time to leave the past behind, because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the things that you are scared to do. All about not having fear, right? This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've been asking to do, but you've been scared to do. It is urging you to dare to do something different with your life. and your direction. It's time to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you are intended to lead? God did not put us on this planet just to sit here. We are here to live. And are you living it? Now, next we have the energy of a personal issue reaches resolution. And it's a Cancer energy. So usually it's someone you're probably loyal, and maybe it's someone dealing with family issues, because Cancer is all about the home and children and mom. And the personal issue you reach is going to have a resolution. There is going to be some fulfillment and ending of this energy. And it's a very emotional energy. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around March, and maybe you're questioning it through emotions. It's important to be sensitive to other people. Tread lightly especially if you are a fire or air sign, even earth. Tread lightly and think more sensitive and have some empathy when dealing with whoever you are not getting along with. Also, too, reading a book. It makes me think of, I read the book Oneness. Reading the book Oneness, it makes me think of when you're arguing with someone, it's not about who's wrong or right. And it's not also about forgiveness. Forgiveness is great. And I know that is what we should do. But when you're thinking in the energy of no one is right and wrong, and not to be connected to trying to be right and just letting it go, then you don't have to work on forgiveness, because forgiveness is all about a blaming and saying that person's wrong, so I'll forgive them. No, this energy, what I'm talking about is just letting it go. And Cancer energy is all about holding on, hence the crab, and it doesn't want to let go. And you need to let go to resolve this personal solution, to resolve this conflict. And everyone as a whole can work on that energy, letting go and releasing. And it seems like this is the energy that is going to be dealt with for you in the month of March. Next we have here, which is connected, emotions are running high. And this is a supermoon card, right? So resolutions to your questions is getting closer than you may think. Don't ignore the obvious. Something exciting lies ahead with this energy. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion, because again, it's very emotional. Speak to your God, speak to God, talk to the universe, meditate. It's coming close. So, but you must have faith. Whatever you're questioning is under your nose. It's right under your nose. This card is about being larger than life as well, and very high emotional energy. It's going to be a very emotional month for you. And what do you need to release? Okay, so you need to step out of your comfort zone, group 2. Step out of your comfort zone and let go of this energy here so you can resolve it. And it seems like it's something dealing with your home or family or mother, and emotions are running high, and you have to trust the answer is closely coming ahead, and it's something that's like right under your nose. Next you have, what do you need to release? This energy is about moving forward with little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Release emotional baggage is highly recommended with this card. Say sorry to someone is needed. Do energetic work such as meditation and yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. So this seems like it just puts it all in a nutshell for you. It says to get out of your comfort zone, and I wonder if you have to get out of your comfort zone when it comes to saying sorry. If you need to learn how to say sorry, when it comes to a conflict that you are having, okay? I'm going to pull some more cards. I'm going to clear this, and we're going to pull some more cards to really get into other things of March, but let's see if this comes back up for you, pile 2. First, we're going to pull a card and see what is the overall theme of March. Ooh, it's very positive, other than the energy of forgiveness and working on saying sorry. It is the golden rose. It's all about the gem and the secret and your altar. It makes me think of also Pisces energy because it's very spiritual. And you see the golden nugget is right in the middle of the rose. The outer petals represent the first 7 planets, and then you have the inner ones, and it's all touching that gold, which the gold is all about. I feel like it's representing God, or like your heart, because gold also represents heart and your drive and your passion. This card can also saying like honoring the secret, or like kneeling to the altar of unknown. So this makes me think of spiritual energy because we are dealing with Pisces, hence why I put all the blue crystals around, and even this crystal is dealing with blue energy. So this makes me think it's all about you being very spiritual, and this is the heart of your reading right here. So let's see what else we have. Oh, okay, this card just fell. Oh, there's 2 cards here. Okay, so so this is representing your past, and this is a duality. This is masculine and feminine energy here, and it makes me like there's duality. There's masculine and feminine energy, and this is something in your past. I don't know if sexual energy was something you were questioning in your past. I don't know if you are fighting from your inner self and your external self. This also could make me seem like there's a representation of your mom and your dad, because the sun represents your dad and the moon represents your mom. But this could be internal energy, which is self energy, which is you are conflicting on, emotionally, you are conflicting on your outer energy. Also, this is an energy of being an artist and creative transcendence and multiplicity, multiple things. So this is something that is of your past. So let's see what we have for forgiveness. Central thing, right? So like your altar, the secret, the sacred energy, right? And then you have, which the roses on the outside represents the outer planets, and then internally you, and it's also gold, which represents the sun and your heart and your life, right? Then you have this energy, which is multifaceted, which is the sun and the moon together. You see here, this energy is blue. They're both red, and that's blue and red, which is also contradicting as well. So it seems like in the past there's some type of conflict, some type of contradictory energy, and it's like within one body. That's why it makes me think of transgender. Not saying that you are transgender, not saying that you identify with that energy, but it's almost like that feeling inside. Now, I'm not saying that this is negative, but it's just the energy that's the only way I can describe it. Also, like the sun and the moon being together. So like your sun and the moon being together, which we all have a sun, our sun planet. We also have a sign in our sun, and we have a sign in our moon, and maybe it's either opposing or working together in the past. So let's see what we have to forgive, because this is the card above is the energy of what we need to forgive. It's like this card is also, it says Mystic Sister, and this is about a sacred ally. Appears this card indicates a dear friend. So you have to forgive a dear friend. And I wonder if he is a male and you're a female. I wonder if he was emotional and you were not, or vice versa. But this is what this card represents. And maybe this is what this duality here has. It was like complete opposites, and it was brought together. But this card represents a good friend, right? And you need to forgive them. Let's see what else we have for the present. And then we're going to go off of the future. But, there is going to be a transition that is happening. This is almost like the death card, but there is a transition that is happening currently right now. Okay. So, this is what you're dealing with in the past. And currently right now, there is a transition, and maybe there's a spiritual transition that is happening for you. And, currently right now, but let's see what we have to deal with in the future. Your natural gift or talent that must be offered to others. So this is what something that needs to be offered to others in the future to help you. And then also here is, we have the energy of what's going to happen in March. But I'm moving too fast. I'm sorry. But let's talk about what you need to give to others. Like, this is your offering. This is all about death, darkness, and achievement. So this is, there is transition here, but you need to be less superficial. Okay. It's all about death with this energy. Darkness prepares you to move beyond the small talk and the chit chat of the upper world and descend into psychic layers of the soul. Admit who you are fully and bravely, and thus open yourself to the process of transformation. So you're currently going through a transformation. I think it's spiritual, and you need to go deep, dark. And dark doesn't necessarily mean evil. It just means go beyond the light, and which is very emotional energy, because now the lights are off, the moon is up, and now it's you alone. So go into this internal energy and really go dark, because you want to have a transition. When this card appears, it's not necessarily to delve into what brought you here, the initiation, like fire, and there's a fire here. So it's saying, like, you may have caused, there may have been some. Fire represents drive, passion, a conflict here, but that's not why you're here. That's not the focus about this. It's about focusing on your healing. And the darkness is the remedy. The healing is the remedy. So let's talk about your future. So this is all about heat, fire, and desire. And that is what you have to look for in the future. So there is transition, there is spiritual energy, there is some type of conflict and in your past, and maybe you were okay with it. It wasn't conflict, but maybe you were fine with having this opposite energy, and you need to forgive a dear friend, right? And now you're going through a transition currently, and seems like it's a spiritual transition, and the spiritual transition needs to work on being deep, not going on a surface level. Once you have that, then you will have the fire, desire, and the heat. This card occurs when there is enough heat in the vessel to transform the nature of that which is solid or fixed. And fixed energy is all about being stubborn. And now it's saying that it wants to change this stubbornness. And how does it begin? With a tiny glimmer and urge to desire that builds into this robust flame. On a psychic level, this stage may be an uprising of emotions that have been repressed or dismissed. And now you have the fire. So it's like you've been holding it in. There's this transition that needs to be happening. And now there is fire, desire, and heat. Let me see what else it says here. It wants something big to change. This is all about transition for you guys. Group 2. This is all about transition. To be brought to the light and purified, perhaps because you were in the dark here, and now it's time to go to the light. An ideal, maybe a philosophy, maybe an institution or an outlook needs to change. Frustration and anger are wondrous change makers if there is heat to channel this space in time and awareness. This transformation that occurs from this energy is rarely harmonious. So it requires commitment and willingness to sit through discomfort as old patterns fall to ashes. I mean, that is amazing energy. So, and that's something that we all can learn from. So what you need to do is, from this transition, not only go deep and dark, But then also in the future, this is going to bring passion and drive, and it's going to cause enough frustration for you to look at the way you used to think and the way you used to depend on maybe a good friend, and let it go. First of all, be aware how this outlook has to change because it was once flawed, okay? What's going to bring it all together, okay? And, ooh, you know what? This card rarely comes up for me, but this is what's going to make this bloom in the month of March. As this card is all about aging, transitioning, and warning. But this card is indicating transition, like mostly all of this is about transition. And I'm telling you that not all the cards represent that in this deck. But the yellowing leads us into the next phase into your life, signify the beginning of the end. And it is the heart of your reading. And I wonder if it's a spiritual transition. Group 2, please let me know if this is a spiritual transition, because in Pisces energy is all about a spiritual transition. Even a deep bruise finds a yellow tint as it reaches its final phase of healing. In contrast, yellow can be the marker of a long-awaited growth, as seen as the first rays of the sun. Whatever its message, yellow tells the truth. Wow. Okay. It leads us forward like the vibrant canary in the mime, warning of what's to come. Take heed. The transition is here. Okay. It's here. This is all about transitioning. And you might already know because you're in this present mode here. And in the future, it's calling you to really get deep and to go further in, because there is going to be some fire and you're going to realize what needs to change. Okay, I'm going to pull some tarot cards to conclude this reading. And, oh yeah, because I remember at the beginning, we're dealing with the moon, and I was thinking Cancer. It says sister, so this could be a family too, because there is like some forgiveness that you need to do with a sister. So it makes me think that this is about family and not just a friend. But this also could be dealing with your mom, because we have the moon in here as well. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh my gosh, this is Two of Wands. It came in the last reading. That card just wants to come up. It's all about planning and gathering. Two also represents two. Two also represents two. But two also represents, I feel like, your relationship with God. But this card represents gathering information and being prepared for the future. Oops. Ooh, and we have the Empress, which is all about feminine energy. And there is movement, but this is all about, I'm wondering, giving birth as well, because this is a transition, and I feel like there is going to be birth to something new during the month of February. I'm thinking there's going to be a birth, not a physical birth like you giving a child, but like a birth to newness, a birth to you. This is all about transitioning. We'll pull one more card here, and then we have the Eight of Wands. A new dynamic space where your energies can be directed towards your goals once more. Because you have this transitioning, you're giving birth to a new you. You're gathering information, you're learning. It's changing. And also to like two people in conflict is kind of what I think here as well. But you're going to go back and you're going to not be distracted, and you're going to be focused on movement once this transition happens. And that is what's going to happen for you in the month of March. The world is going to open up to you. Embrace the chance you've been given to explore all about yourself, your spiritual side, and your transition. It's all about the energy of transition, because this is all about movement and progression. And I know there's a lot of It seems like they're trying to capture this bird. That's what I feel like when I see this card, but you're not getting hit by any arrows. Okay, this is all about seeking the truth so you can move forward, so you can give birth to a great you. Okay, group 2, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I also do astrology, and I have a newsletter that goes really deep and detailed about the collective energy in the sky for the collective. So click the link in a bio if you want to join my newsletter. Also, I do readings, so you can click the link, and I have some availabilities for one-on-one readings as well. So see you guys next time. Bye. Oh wait, also, I'm sorry. It is free to like, subscribe, and comment if this resonated with you. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, group 3, welcome to your reading. Let's get started. And I just want to say I have all these blue crystals out because it is Pisces season currently, and I just felt like it was fitting for the collective energy. Okay, so I'm going to first lay the cards out, and then I'll explain what the reading is. So group 3, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and it makes me think of there was some money lost, or like the dark side of money. And I wonder if some money was lost during a collaboration, working with someone else, some teamwork, and you lost money. Ooh, here we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse too. So this makes me think that you lost money. All of this is Pentacles energy. Some money lost with collaboration with others, or learning with others, or learning, collaborating, teamwork, and there is some money lost with that. And you're not saving also. This is someone who spends a lot of money. Maybe you lost money working with others and you spent money. Maybe you lost money. There is some dark side of getting money, working with others, and you're not saving. So I wonder if you do something illegal. This is the first time I've ever had this kind of reading, but and I don't mean to laugh, but it's just I'm laughing because I'm just shocked that came out of my mouth. But I wonder if you do something illegal, or if there was some shady way of getting money and you're working with others, or but the working with others is not in reverse. So this means that it is a collaboration with others, and the money is negative. Whatever it is, okay, it is in reverse. It is not in the upright. It's not positive movement. And it either could be self energy too, like the way you achieve money is not through family. It could be on your own. But then there's teamwork here. So maybe not working with family, and you're on your own with some friends. And this is not saving money though. So that is what I get from here. And this one here is interesting because there's inner conflict. So you're not saving money because there's inner conflict, and you need to set a plan. Okay, you need to regather and gather some information. Also, you know, the Two of Wands represents the energy of fire and spirituality. Okay, passions, creativity, and spirituality. And I also associate the number 2 with you and your relationship with God. The 2 also represents relationships, but I'm going to think it represents you and your relationship with God, and there needs to be an energy of working with it, because there is a rainbow here, right? And this is very colorful. These two are colorful, but they're in reverse, and it seems like you working with others is not the problem, but there is some issue here when it comes to money and Pentacles, and there's some inner conflict, inner conflict, and you need to gather information and research. And I'm thinking it's spiritual research. Okay. Let me continue on with this reading. I'm sorry if you hear noise in the background. I wonder if I really got your attention with that reading we just had. I am pulling some other cards here. I'm going to shuffle them. Group 3. Pull. Ooh, okay, so Pluto. Pluto is all about depth and transformation, and really getting deep 10 also represents deepness. I mean, the end of a journey and starting a new journey. All about the underworld and darkness and being really deep in a transition. Okay. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. Scorpio is not superficial. And, and Scorpio also makes me, I wonder if this is something illegal, because Scorpios do not believe in the law of the land. Okay. They believe in doing things their way. But there needs to be a transition. There is the end of this here, and it needs to start. And the money is just falling when I see this. Let's see what else we have. But let me just say, Pluto has a captivating effect that pulls us into its depths, leading us all to being excessive, because it also represents the sex drive as well. It's about resurrection, possession, and the Sacred Heart. Birth, sex, and death are all the symbols of Pluto when this card shows up. So I wonder if you're a sex worker. I wonder. I know it's like, what are you talking about? But because this represents sex as well, but it could also represent something illegal. It's all about power and maybe even addiction. So it could be someone who sells drugs or addicted to the money, addicted to spending the money. The energy is not surface level, okay? And I'm sorry I'm not going to apologize. This reading may seem like it's for someone who is doing something illegal, and maybe it is illegal to your spirituality, and it's whatever it is, it's not balanced, okay? It's not balanced life, and there needs to be a transition that's happening, and it's not a surface level transition. This is a dark, deep transition. Through Pluto's force, fields can be ruthless. This tiny planet pushes us towards necessary growth. When we follow its pulse, we are taken into the depths to change. There is no point in pretending that the underworld is not at work here. Admit that you are in it and find the support you need. Not making it worse is a big accomplishment. So let's see what else we have. I have mixed the cards, and I just want to pull them. So you were innocent in your past. There was purity in your past, and it's no longer. But you were once pure, because that's what this card represents, like a child. It's virgin's milk. This is representing innocence and purity. So in your past, you once were pure. And let's see what we need to come back to that. Or maybe this is a transition into not being as naive as you were. Oh wait, can you see? Oh, you can't. Sorry, you can't even see the cards. But this represents purity. This represents innocence. And you see it's called Virgin's Milk. So I wonder if this is something in your past you were innocent and you were pure. So let's see the forgiveness. What needs to be forgiven. Ooh, we have Neptune. Okay, so you need to forgive God. That's what this energy is. Forgive your spirituality, release the energy of being angry at the universe. Neptune is all about being spiritual, and it's all about connecting to a higher self. And this is the energy you need to forgive, okay? It's all about divinity and seeking a higher self. When a Neptune card appears, the seeker archetype is activated and doorways to new dimensions are open, and it's like the voice beyond. And to me, it's you need to forgive God, you need to forgive your religion, you need to forgive your spirituality and let it go, okay? Because you were pure, and now you need to work on forgiveness with God. And I don't know if it's because you were off track and you have some inner conflict, but you need to seek God. Let's see what else we have here. Ooh, and this is the present. So, and this was, maybe you've done this work here. And this is what's going on present. So there is a transition, and then we have Venus. Venus is all about love and relationships. it's all about pleasure and beauty. So hence I'm still thinking sex here, but this is all about pleasure and beauty, and it's all about your senses and erotic energy. And this is the energy you're dealing with right now, and it's on top of Pluto, which is all about your sex drive. I wonder if you are highly sexual, because Neptune is also spirituality is also connected to sexuality, and Pluto is the ruler of our private area, our genital area, and this is the center of your reading. And then I thought like sex worker before. I don't know why, I can't remember why, but I thought of sex worker. And then now you have Venus, which is all about love, and it also can represent relationships and sex. And then you have Neptune, which is all about your spirituality, and you once were pure, you once was a virgin. Wow. What was it before? Because I thought sex worker. I don't know why. Spending money, conflict, inner of self. I thought drug dealer, sex worker, but here we go. Let's continue on to what you need to offer. So this is a natural gift. This is a natural gift or talent that must be offered to others of service, okay? And it's also related to this, which is all about love, and it's aesthetics and beauty. This is what that energy is. And then here you have sublimation, and sublimation is about rising, flight, and elevation, okay? It occurs when there is enough heat to change a solid substance into a gas, causing it to rise up and away. Therefore, when sublimation is present, there is an aspect of celebrated elevation, of ascending above and gaining a greater perspective of things. And you see the bird is above all here, above all the other birds. And there needs to be an ascension, and you need to elevate yourself, okay? That's basically what it's saying. As with all operations, sublimate, this energy has a shadow potential. Through rising up, there is a risk of separating from others. And you need to separate yourself from others. And it's out of love of self, out of love of the universe, out of love with people. But you need to separate yourself from the negative energies to rise above. This is a risk, and particularly we're great in spiritual traditions that offer a linear model. So if this is something that religion-wise, it was, because you need to forgive, it was very traditional, it's fine that you arise above that energy as well, because you may be changing your spirituality, and that's what this card is representing. The divine alchemist rises humbly and supports the upliftment of others, always in touch with the cycle of humanity. Service is the natural balance agent for this. So this is someone who gives to others, and it's all about love and balance. And this is what you need to offer to help improve whatever this energy is that is draining your money and give you negative energy when it comes to money, because that's what we had under this reading. And then and there was some purity and all this stuff, but this is also the energy of service and elevating and rising up from what you once were, okay? Let's see what we have for your future. We have sulfur, and this is about up and out, both and evaporation, okay? The sulfur is the first of what is known in alchemy as a tria prima, and it has the three, which is here, the three primes. Along with salt and mercury, it makes up of a threefold phenomenon that symbolizes the unity of soul, body, and mind, okay? And this is what needs to happen. And it seems like the body is a big issue with you, and there needs to be a connection between your soul, body, and mind. Okay, on a tactile level, sulfur is responsible for both the off-putting smells and the therapeutic properties of a mineral bath. It soothes and it stinks, literally. To understand sulfur is to embrace both and mentality. Don't be discouraged if the meaning of this card seems to evaporate before your eyes. For now, keep in mind that what is gross contains beauty. And this is all about beauty too. And then this is all about the darkness of beauty. But what is gross contains beauty. And what is beautiful contains its own demise. Sulfur's job is to push the geyser up and out, dissipating the pressure. Don't be surprised if what appears to suck or stink soon becomes a great gift. So in the future, whatever looks negative might be positive. Okay, whatever you are disliking is going to be positive. That is what that energy says here. And lastly, and you guys, let me know if if it resonated with something illegal and something sexual with you. Let me know if that resonated. You can just put a star emoji in the comments, and then we know what that means. Okay, so what is hidden, unaccepted, and shame? This is going to be the main theme here, and this is what's going to be nourishing your yourself of the March in the month of May. In the month of March, the despicable face is never seen. Rather, it is kept in hiding to save outwards appearances. So there is secrets here, because Pluto also has the energy of secrets. This card appears when something below the surface wants to be witnessed in order to be transformed. Everyone has their own version of despicable face and their own reasons for assuming it is an abomination. It could be buried resentment and insecurity, or a physical characteristic. So there's something with the body here, again, that is connected, that holds you back from expressing your true self. Remarkably, once revealed, it is not despicable at all. Once you address it, once you bring it out of the closet, who's going to care? Who's going to check me, boo? Okay, it is human. It is interesting. What once, and this is also to like what was ugly is beautiful. And this is saying to open that up, let it go, because you're human and it's interesting. What once was thought of as an error becomes an asset on your journey of your transformation. This card connects you to others and humanity as a whole. Through acceptance, you lift the veil of perfection and reclaim your energy. Honesty and acceptance are the balm that heals the most tender wounds. This is a very positive reading, and let me know what you guys think about this, because it's all about going through the ugly and dealing with spirituality and addressing whatever the ugliness is. So if you are someone who was selling yourself sex, if you were once selling sex for a career, it's all about being honest, and you don't have to be a prostitute. You can be a stripper or whatever. It's about being honest because you are human, and this is going to bring positive energy once you release that energy and address it and say, look, I made this mistake, and now I'm trying, and now not even trying, and now I'm living in my light. I am rising above, okay? I am growing, I am changing, and I am human. And even if this is not dealing with sex, but maybe if you did something sexual in your past, maybe if it was something shady when it came to money, there is some type of darkness here, some deepness, and it needs to be revealed. That the sex is just an example of what I'm giving you, but there is something that needs to be revealed. Let me pull a few more cards here, and then it will conclude your reading. Group 3. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Once that happens, the coin will start to come. You are going to start being aligned. Oh, you're gonna reap what you sow. The coins are gonna come, because these are all pentacles, and what you put down into the earth in yourself will start to grow. Let's see what else we have. And there will be a spark, a new drive, new passion, new spirituality as well in the month of March. That is deep. Okay. How many days are in the month of March? 31. And hopefully you might have 30 if I put this up. And depending on when you get this reading, but just know that this is going to come forward once you address this transition, deal with your spirituality. And you once were innocent and pure, but now it's time to rise. It's going to make you a better person dealing with this whole journey. Okay. I hope this reading was good for you. I hope it resonated with you. Click the link in the bio because I have a newsletter and I can stay in touch with you. And also too, in the future, it's all about collecting emails because that's more important for me to stay in touch with you than YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, okay? Because they are in charge of that. I am not in charge. I am in charge of my emails. That's the only power I will have. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, Group 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's get started. And again, this is the Soul's Journey. They're called lesson cards. And this was, I considered my first Oracle deck. So let's get started with this. So first we have the health card, and it says you will honor the physical vessel that holds your soul. Okay, your body is your temple and you are responsible for its care. You have chosen to incarnate in this physical dimension to learn certain lessons. If you don't maintain the physical vessel that your soul has chosen, then you are sabotaging your own plan. Group 4. Okay, your health is a vital element to your soul's progress, and you should never take it for granted. Be sensible and about nourishment and exercise. You could be a sensitive being who must be conscious of your surroundings because you can easily be drained by people, and it's Pisces season. So that would make sense for the current collective energy. Be conscious of your surroundings because you can easily be drained by other people's people, places, and or things. Always make a ritual of protecting and cleansing before you work with a client, or just bring your mind back to your heart throughout the day to rejuvenate. Okay. Always cleanse yourself after working with a client and a space, especially if you think it's negative. Okay, but just do it anyway. This card may also signify a desire to assess other beings through physical and emotional healing work. So you may be a healer, and this is a sign for you to be a healer in the month of March. You may be involved in a professional or in a medical field of body work or psychiatry or counseling, doctor, tarot reader, astrologer, but this might be you, okay? And maybe you're just a good listener who possess some amazing advice. If you are someone you know inherited this disease, past life work may be a benefit as well. So, yes, if you know someone if you are a healer, basically, and you have this in your reading, you probably need to help someone with their health, and you can deal with their past lineages. Also, it's the month of March, and I'm dealing with Pisces energy, so spirituality will help big time with dealing with their health. Probably look into healing with chakras. Okay, let's see what else we have for growth. On the card, it says, I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. You are constantly being presented with situations that enable you to develop your inner wisdom and assess you in advancing into higher levels of understanding. Growth, people. The lesson is to be aware of these events and recognize them for what they are. I feel like there's always a lesson. There is always a lesson. To live a mindful life, it is not only about respecting and honoring those around you, it is also by recognizing every person and circumstances in your path is a teacher. So dealing with people and circumstances can also be a sign that is spiritual, and there needs to be an awareness of that, especially during this energy of March, because it's Pisces season. Take this time to be aware of the bountiful wisdom that has been laid before you. Acknowledge the gifts and take them into heart as you continue your sojourn in this physical dimension. Don't look for opportunities that you think you need. Instead, be receptive to opportunities that are given. Okay, so there is this energy of taking care of your health. There is this energy of treating everything as a lesson and growing from that. And then we have the Death card, which, do not be scared if you are new to this type of reading, or if you're new to tarot reading. The Death card is always representing a transition. And as you can see on the card, it says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. It's also red, which also represents passion and drive and spirituality. But let's get into it. Not spirituality, but creativity. I'm sorry, is what I want to say. So death is an illusion, okay? It is a fact of life that the human body we use to travel this earth must eventually stop working. It is not meant to exist forever. The energy and consciousness that inhabited that body is free and returns to its natural home, but never abandons us, okay? Learn to view death as merely a change, because everything changes every day, every minute, every second is a change, okay? Because stagnancy extinguishes progression. Being stuck, you cannot proceed, okay? And so that's why change, which you would call also death, is positive, because change brings positivity and it brings transformation. The same is true for a relationship or a career, okay? So here we have the health, which is dealing with yourself or others, and then we have the growth that needs to happen, and then there is a transition, and this could be representing with yourself, relationships, work, or any type of situation. A soul lesson may be completed, and it is time to move beyond this point of familiarity and expand into new horizons of learning and development. This is a wonderful opportunity to thank those other souls in your life who have shared part of your path and taught you so much. So it's also representing your ancestors and thanking them. Also, thanking your elders is the energy as well, but also moving on and progressing. Okay. And it doesn't have to be negative. Always practice compassion when transitioning from a career, from a relationship, from a home, from a community, from an environment. Okay. Lastly, we have for you, group 4 is self-esteem. And on this card, it says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. It is easy to perceive others as being better than you. This is a trap of the ego. Trap of the ego. There is no one greater or lesser than you. There are only those who have learned how to reveal their gifts to a greater or lesser degree. Everyone is born with the unique abilities of the soul. And just like snowflakes, no two are alike, okay? If you're looking at the people like the Beyoncés of the world, you are Beyonce. Whatever your name is, you are that. God created Beyonce like he created you, okay? You need to shine like the sun, because God has given you that power like the sun, okay? And bloom like a flower. I love a rose. Bloom like a rose, because a rose will never melt down because you've entered the room, okay? Give yourself, acknowledge the gifts that God has given you and the power that God has given you, okay? Anyway, you have a unique perspective to share with the world and have come back this time to put your stamp on it, okay? Perhaps you may not be aware or even in tune with your incredible and gifted self. Why not? Try to make a list of 10 aspects of yourself or abilities you possess that you love and hold in high regard. It is not always easy to write about yourself, but sometimes you need to be reminded of how special you are. You are special, okay? Remember that you did not come to the schoolroom by accident. Welcome to class. Okay. You have meaning and reason for being here. You are a treasure chest of incredible gifts and insight. Now is your time to celebrate you, okay? And if you need help writing 10 things about yourself, I can help you right now with some of them, okay? God has given you the ability to be creative. God has given you the ability to have patience. You may not be patient in some things, but I know you have patience in you because God has given it to you. To use your intuition, to be compassionate, to be nurturing. God has given you that naturally. God has given you the energy to have spirituality, to be passionate, to be courageous. God has also given you the energy of using your logic and having clarity, having intelligence, being emotionally intelligent. Okay? God has given you these things. Being resourceful, being practical, making money, saving money, learning new things. God has given you all that. Okay, I can keep going, but I realized that, okay, come on, let's move on. Some, which I've been doing with all the readings, and we're gonna get deep into March and see what else we have. So we have the health, growth, death, and some self-esteem that needs to be helped with, and all this will help you grow. This self-esteem, which is on the end here, will help you grow in your health and transition into growth. Ooh, okay. So we have in the center, we have your emotions. There needs to be some emotions that need to be dealt with here. The moon also represents your mom. The moon also represents feminine energy. So dealing with females, or if you're a female yourself, dealing with that energy as well. Emotions, your mom, your inner self, your introverted self, okay? That is going to be the center of your reading. Pull it up here. So that is the center of your reading. And let's see what we have for the past. So for the past, there was something that was, gave a bitter taste. About like your memory. The tongue knows vinegar, even the suggestions of receiving a few drops when the mouth reminds us of vinegar's sour and lip puckering qualities. Vinegar serves as an active agent of fermentation and preservation. It is incredibly useful when applied in the right amount and with intention. This said, it can be easily overused. So I wonder in your past if you overuse something. And and this also represents memory, and this also represents your past and your memory. This said, it can be easily overused, overwhelming the situation at hand. I wonder if you did something and you were overwhelming in the past, and you overused it. When the vinegar card is presented in a reading, it indicates a sour note that permits the laboratory. It is likely something from the past is showing up in the present, demanding your attention. And I said that this card is about your past. So something in your past is still coming and it's hunting you. Okay. And it needs to be addressed. Be cautious with this material. A little goes a long way. Whatever it is that was huge, just be aware of that. Let's see what else we have. As I say, it is productive to look at your past, but not to stare. Such is the complex energy of vinegar. So let's see what we have for forgiveness. Ooh, we have the great work. Group for the great work is all about attention, devotion, and vocation. And this is what you need to forgive, okay? And shimmers in the distance, promising purposes, achievement, and understanding. When will we get there? When will your efforts be recognized? Pressure and expectations, you gotta release it. You gotta let it go. Come to realize that your life is an accumulation of moments in which attention is placed upon a subject within your life work, especially in March. The artist draws a single line. The poet scribes a single word. The rose forms from a single leaf. This card here reminds you that your garden grows from the seeds tended by the devoted hands and the grace of the sun, water, and earth. and God. You cannot force this great work. You cannot claim it or complete it. This card arrives to whisper words of encouragement. You are in the right place, okay? Let it go. It's time to release this huge, like, I must achieve, I must make it right now. I wonder if this is what this self-esteem is, okay? And there needs to be a transition with this energy. But this great work is happening. The seeds are growing, but you need to release the thought that you need to be where everyone else is, okay? The most important place for you right now is where you are now. This is the card here. Your garden is growing. You see this gold here is your heart. The center of your life is almost like the sun. Tend to your youngest growth. Be delicate and precise. And be compassionate with yourself when it comes to something, because you're dealing with some type of negative energy here, and it's sour and kind of overwhelming and strong. And when it comes to your vacation and your goals in life, I understand emotions are high here, but it's time to let it go and release all that, okay? It's all about forgiveness with that card. It's all about forgiveness with that card. Let's see what you're dealing with presently. Okay. This is about the destiny, your source. Oh, it's all about your goals. Okay. And the miraculous message, okay? It arrives to remind you, this card is in your reading to remind you that you are not alone in your journey, okay? What are you here to do? What pulls you forward? Unanswered questions are timeless, fueled by flames of transformation. Mystics before us have uttered the same questions while tinkering in their laboratory, because this is the alchemist tarot deck, oracle deck. Do not underestimate the brave act of your attention to the details of your daily life, okay? Because you are the artist of your life, of your book. You are the artist of your great work here, okay? What you notice matters. You matter. When this card arrives, sacred message abounds. Everything is a living symbol. Guidance is sent directly from God, who has come before you. There is guidance from your elders who have come before you to encourage you along the way. See the deeper meaning of what is in front of you. In this very moment, the new eye opens, okay? It's all about your destiny and your source, and very emotional energy. And I wonder if it's something from your mom, something with feminine energy, but your destiny is dealing with this energy as well. But this is your present energy dealing with this. And you already have to forgive the fact that you didn't achieve the goals that you wanted to achieve. And but just everything is set for a reason. Next, we have the offering. And this card is going to be like your natural gift and your talents that must be offered to others through service. And it's related to this most of the time, okay, to this card. And which is all about your synchronicity and like the way you're supposed to do things. It's a very gorgeous card, by the way. And you are someone who has a full vision, your spectrum, and inclusivity. The peacock's tail is a sacred image in this deck, and it displays a tail of feathers that opens up, and it's having a shift from single to multi-perspective. This is a great achievement. The alchemist, for you, has opened 1,000 sets of eyes instead of one. So this is someone who is more open and paying attention, and this is something you need to offer to others. So you can see things that people can't see. You have the full vision, you have the full spectrum of things, and that's what you need to offer to others in the month of March. You've discarded black and white thinking and allowed the full spectrum of colors, nuances, and solutions to come into the fold. Creative solutions, so maybe you're someone who's very creative, to complex social and political ideologies and ideas can be found with this sacred space. So you're someone who's very good socially and politically, and you need to offer this, especially with dealing with that. And it's a very bright and colorful energy. you can also, you're someone who has a new shift with the new paradigm and belonging to multiple and dimensional, and you're not inclusive. Okay, you're very open. Utilize this perspective for positive change while it lasts. When falling back into black and white thinking, envision the splendor of this peacock tail, each feather containing a shimmering universe of possibility. So in acting of service to others to help improve your life, because we're all oneness, you need to be open and you need to be diverse and not inclusive, okay? And now we have what's going to happen in the future. It was very positive. There is going to be love in the future and relationships in the future, and maybe even self-love here, because I see that there was an esteem issue. There was a self-esteem issue, but this is all about pleasure and beauty, and it's the senses of opening up. If the first time the planet of pleasure and touch and sensuality can happen, it also could be a love affair as well. It's very like Valentine's Day kind of energy. It's also like someone who does like a self-care day and someone who is in love with themselves. That energy is also happening for you in the month of March. So you're going to have not ending aesthetics, like beautiful things around you in the month of March. That's what you're going to get. And what is going to nourish you is rising above the past, rising above the negativities, rising above what was you once dealing with. It's time to rise. That is what you have that would nourish you in the month of March. Okay. Let me see. Let's pull some oracle. Oops. Let me pull some oracle cards before we conclude this reading. We have the Five of Wands. So there's going to be some conflicts going on. And then we have the moon again. Okay, so I don't know what your moon sign is. I don't know if this is dealing with something with Cancer. And Cancer is the zodiac sign Cancer. So something dealing with your mom, something dealing with the home. But this is the center of your reading. Again, it really is yelling at you. Also, it's very Pisces energy because this card represents Pisces. So it's also dealing with spirituality and dealing with psychic dreams and your intuition, but there's conflict here in the month of March, or maybe even competition, which I see with your great of work, especially when it comes to your work and your goals. Let's see what else we have. Lastly, we have the Ten of Wands, and this is someone who had the weight on them and they had the burdens on them, but it's going to end. You're about to end this journey, so it's very positive. Yeah, and it's like you're exhausted, you had responsibilities, and there is a burden, but this is 10. And 10, it means that it is the beginning of the end. It is the end, and it's about to start a new beginning. You've taken maybe a greater responsibility. There's an overload of work. This may have been a willing of choice, though it makes the road ahead even harder. No, it's just a temporary situation that leads to greater rewards in the future. This card here encourages you to invest in the future through hard work as well. Also, it doesn't always imply taking on more work, though. Invest in yourself and your mental well-being, which we saw under here was all about your mental well-being by cutting down jobs that overtax you. So maybe you're overburdened by certain things and you need to see the brassness and love yourself, okay? The last few steps in your journey are the hardest, but take solace. The end point is in sight. There are rewards in taking on new burdens as well, but keep your perspective clear to understand what those rewards will be, okay? Let me just address the moon because it came up twice and it is the center of your reading. The moon can also represent illusions as well. They say anxiety with the moon, but be careful when making decisions. You might not be in the right headspace because the moon the moon, it can represent escapism as well, right? So like not really wanting to address the reality. Deeply ingrained fears is also representing with this energy and making themselves known probably will happen in the month of March, but don't let them consume you. Threats feel larger than what they truly are. If something from your past is disturbing you, because this also could be representing of your past, is that is the energy, it's time to confront it. Okay, there is a chance that what was bothering you isn't as oppressive as it may have seemed in the past. Okay, so it is okay to address it now. Seek support from others if you need stability. Take a deep breath, tread lightly. The time for haste has passed. It's not a time to wait and not address your past, okay? This is a time to address anything dealing with your past. Use your intuition, use caution, and your intuition will be your trusted guide, okay, for the month of March. So I hope that makes sense. I hope I got into more detail what the center of your reading means, because it came up twice. And yes, let me know if this resonated with you guys. And please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free. And also, I have a newsletter that I give out once a week. It goes into astrology, and this will connect the reading to yourself as well. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.